What is going on, my geeks and collectors? We are now doing the review and my thoughts on Transformers The Last Night. I went to see the movie last night at 7 o'clock. Didn't get out of there until 10-ish. And I gotta say, ignore the bad critics' reviews of this movie. Transformers The Last Night is a phenomenal ending to the main story. Now, as I've said in the last video, this will be a spoiler video. So if you guys do want to be spoiled, or do not want to be spoiled, you do not watch this review. Do not click on this video. And if you have, and you want to be spoiled, go right on ahead and continue watching. So we're going to start with the beginning of the movie, which takes place about 1600 years ago with the Knights and King Arthur. The Knights of the Round Table are fighting, and they're almost done for. And the Knights keep telling King Arthur that they need to leave, give up on Merlin the Wizard. He's like, no, he's coming. Just wait. They're like, forget this boring, wasted drunk, which kind of is a drunk. But we see Merlin show up to the Knights, and they give him a staff, which, with this opened, this combines the 12 Cybertronian Knights into who we know as Dragonstorm. They merge and they destroy the alternate team. And then we cut to present day with we either cut to the present day, I don't remember. It was either with Vivian, Cade, or Izzy. Some of it's fuzzy. I do know. Oh no, we ended up with the kids and Izzy, I think. No, we ended up with the Decepticons. It cuts into the cities, destroyed Chicago, I guess, with Barricade rolling around, and Megatron sitting in a pile of rust or whatever he's sitting in, waiting for Barricade to tell him that they found the Knight's talisman, which Cade Yeager found after he saved Izzy and those boys from TRF. Barricade looks phenomenal in this movie. He doesn't look 110% like the CG model he does on the packaging for his toy and in promotion, but oh well. They are looking for the Knight's Talisman and the staff, which apparently they've been working with Quintessa this entire time to restore Cybertron. And yes, that planet thing coming to Earth is Cybertron. And everybody who said the horns in the TV spots and all the trailers were Unicron, you're right, it's Unicron. So they pulled a Transformers Prime on us that Unicron is Earth. Now I'm going to talk about one of the cooler scenes in the beginning of the movie. When we see Optimus flying around in space in that I'm coming for you, my creators pose. He's all sitting up in space, just rolling around. His message from Age of Extinction playing in the back as a recording or something like that. Like very muffled, as if like his voice was coming out of a very poorly damaged tape recorder or something like that. And then he crashes onto Cybertron's surface, wakes up, and he's like, "What the living?" Like he wakes up to like a destroyed home. Like his home is destroyed. Optimus is straight up mad. he can hear Quintessa's voice telling him, "Your home has been destroyed. Do you seek redemption?" He goes to find the voice, and he sees a little itty bitty bitty Quintessa sitting over way in front of him. He's like, she tells him he's his creator. Prime goes ballistic. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. Then that's when she chains him down and starts messing with him. Or I think it was Infernicus that took him down, knocked the sword out of him, and then put him in the chained thing. And she used some kind of hypnotism on him. That's what made him evil. And while he was evil, he was known as Nemesis Prime. Which, okay. And when she told him that Unicron is Earth, Prime agreed that he will destroy Earth to rid of Unicron. And that's what triggered Evil Prime. She touched him, and that's what caused the battle damage and then the whole red streak on the side of his face. So that's how that worked. She touched him, and that's what Megatron has too. He works for her, along with the Decepticons. Now we go back to TRF. Megatron and TRF are kind of negotiating. Barricade and Megatron can't fight off the Autobots by themselves, and Quintessa didn't firmly supply Megatron with henchmen, so Megatron has to go to TRF to get some henchmen. So they meet in the desert, and they're negotiating as to what cons they let out to go with Megatron. So we have Mohawk, which they said yes, they allowed him out. They were gonna say Megatron wanted Dreadbot. They told him no. He had a fit, and they said, okay, we'll let you have him. Nitro Zeus. I'm gonna get to him in a minute. He was funny. And they were gonna let out Berserker, and then Megatron said Berserker, and they thought, I was like, yeah, no, you're not getting that one. Because if you read the bio for Berserker a couple days ago, when they leaked the bios for these cons, like, Berserker is a blood-sucking Decepticon. Like in anime, when they drink oil, he drinks blood. And he's held in confinement, so it's gonna be like, they're like, yeah, no, you're not getting that one. So, he got Nitro Zeus, Mohawk, Dreadbot, and Onslaught. Now, the personalities of these Decepticons was interesting. Mohawk's one of those little cocky guys that has the mohawk on his head, thinks they're all that, and a bowl of apples. Nitro Zeus is interesting. He's voiced by the same guy that voices Crosshairs, John DiMaggio, which is also Bender from Futurama, Jake from Adventure Time. You guys watch those shows. But, he was when they released him, he was doing a whole, I'm getting out dance. See you later, pals. Like, he was doing the whole, it kind of looked like he was doing that one dance challenge that was kind of trending a while back. I don't remember. They got out, and then the con, Nitro Zeus was actually a funny Decepticon. And when I looked at him compared to looking at his toy, his CG model on the side of the packaging, he is the KSI bot, or the KSI boss body, but with the head of Shockwave. And his bio was right about being related to Shockwave. So, Megatron got his crew, and now they're going Autobot hunting to find the Talisman and the Knights. Merlin's staff. We're going to cut to the Autobots. We already meet Cade and Bumblebee as they're saving Izzy and all that. And then Bee and them get stopped by TRF. about ready to knock B down, and they basically did. Like, they blew B up. He fell into pieces. And, like magic, it's like, boom, boom, boom. I'm not dead. Y'all can't kill me. That's one of the couple things in this movie that bother me. They didn't bother to explain how Bumblebee can put himself back together. Basically, he's unkillable, I think, in this franchise. Like, Bumblebee will never be able to die. He loses an arm, he's like, nope, I can put that back on. He loses his eyeball, he's like, nope, I'm fine. So TRF blew him up, and one of the guys was like, what was that? And Cade said, a mistake. He came back together, about ready to kill TRF. When Lennox came out, I was like, whoa, whoa, hold it, B, hold it, B, hold it, B. No. And then Cade goes on telling him that all they just want is a home. You guys keep knocking them all over the place so they can't get a home. They leave. Hound jumps in about ready to kill some humans. Like, he rolls up, does a belly roll, and pulls out the Gatling gun. About ready to kill some biatches. And then Cade said, let's roll. And Hound's like, oh, you sure you didn't want to shoot me? I've got a big old target right here. I'm ready to shoot. Come on. Hound, I gotta say, in this movie, more character than in the last movie. He is so trigger happy in this movie. We get back to the junkyard. We see Drift in his new color scheme, standing upside down on two swords. Like, his swords are on a car, and he's standing upside down. Crisscross applesauce. Like animated Prowl. How he would always be meditating. He's up there doing his meditating, and the mini strafe comes flying around, and he kicks it with his sword, or his foot, one of the two. It goes flying, and that's when we see him and Crosshairs. Like, Crosshairs is like little infestations. Hound, Drift, and Crosshairs really don't like those little guys. And Cade pulls up, and the sheriff there asks him where's his car. Cade acting like, what car? I don't know what you're talking about. It got stolen? That's a shame, bro. Like, cut the crap, Cade. He's like, okay, I'll get it back. I'll get it back. In the meantime, Cade's trying to get the car back, and it's in Grimlock's mouth. Grimlock's eating the sheriff's car. It's like, come on, dude. Spit it out. Like, spit it out. He spits it out. Like, and I'm kind of curious, when did Cade take in the Dinobots? And why are there only two of them? Plus the mini guys. Where's Strafe? Where's Scorn? Hasbro, you toy devils. You advertised Slash again in this movie. He's not in the movie! I swear, if you pull out Slash's toy again in the next movie after Bumblebee's movie, I'm coming after you. We see these guys. Izzy followed Cade to the scrapyard, trying to fix Bee's voice, and Izzy told him she could help fix it, and they end up fixing Bee's voice a little bit. And that TV spot where he gets the Siri voice, he's like, yeah, nope, I'm ripping that up out of there. And I guess if he did that, his voice box was automatically fixed. I'll get to that in a little bit. The bots are in that little area because TRF, in that little city area from the spots, because TRF found them, and they had to go into hiding a little bit. The Cons and TRF are both after the Autobots and Cade, because Cade's a fugitive harbinging the Autobots. Oh, before they get to there, Day Trader, the junk trunk guy, played by Steve Buscemi, or Buscemi, I don't know. He had some interesting items in his junk, like Starscream's head. He had the head of Starscream. He was doing the all. I have the head and I'm moving the mouth thing. Wheelie was there. We saw Simmons with what is top spin with Leadfoot's head. I'm going to take it that Roadbuster's dead, and that the only thing that's left of Topspin and Roadbuster, or Topspin and Leadfoot, is the head and the body. Anyway, the Khans find Kid, they're trying to kill him and all that. When out of nowhere, Cogman shows up. They're just trying to get away from all this. Cogman shows up. Crosshairs tries to come squish him, and he's like, yeah, nope. Big old robot my size breaks Crosshairs' finger. Or bends it all the way backwards. And asks Kay to go with him. Asks Kay to go to the UK with him. Bumblebee tags along. So Izzy, Desi, and the other Autobots are left in the States. And then we go over to Sir Edmund Burton's castle. Actually, no, we don't go over there yet. We meet Vivian Wembley, a professor at Oxford, talking all about how the Knights of the Round Table and all the dragons and the magic and all was a total load of BS. Burton's sitting over there in the corner just watching. Next thing you know, she goes to her car, which has been Hot Rod in disguise for quite a few years, I guess. And then, when the time finally came to go get her, Hot Rod took her. She tried to get out and busted his window. He's like, you did not just bust my window. I'm trying to get out. He's like, little lady, don't hit me again. And then he scans that new Lamborghini that he is in the movie, and he bolts it to Edmund Burton's castle. Where he rolls up, she comes flying out and just doing the whole jazz leg transformation thing. She rolls down the hill with the cricket stick thing in her hand. He yelling up in the air, she is very difficult. And he, like Hot Rod's description, is he likes the French, well, he has a French accent. He likes using it, but he's also kind of stuck with it. That's kind of what he was stuck with when he came down to Earth. Like, oh, I hate this, but I have to use it. That's what happens, though, when you give an African-American actor an English accent, or try to give him a French accent. The dude who played Hot Rod, though, I loved Hot Rod in this movie. He was awesome. Squeaks. Squeaks. You know how on the toy he has that giant robotic arm and then the attachment gun? For him, that is a big gun. Like, that is a big gun. One of those turrets you see Megatron walking by in the trailer, that's the gun on his arm. He's just sitting there, it's like, all of a sudden, that freaking thing comes out of his arm, it's like, that little thing can pull up that big a gun. Squeaks is the most savage Autobot here. Anyway, that's near the end of the movie. Anyway, Burton's trying to explain to Cade and Vivian of all this stuff that's going on around them, while currently Cybertron is coming to Earth. Like, it's already done hit the moon. It's coming closer to the planet. Military just picked up that it's coming. And there's this really annoying character in the movie that, for some reason, has to have a scientific, engineered explanation as to why it's coming. Not this whole magic hubbadub. Alien. He's seen the Transformers. They're an alien race of mechanical transforming robots. And he doesn't believe in magic? I'm thinking, okay, if alien robots are real, magic's real. Anyway, we cut back to where he's trying to explain what's going on. And Cogman's up in the balcony being a little weirdo. Playing piano, trying to make the organ, playing it, making it trying to make it sound all dramatic when it's the score in the background of the movie. Like, Cogman, knock it off! Like, I'm trying to make this moment a little more epic. Like, well, stop it. Fine. He's trying to explain more, and next thing you know, Cogman's over here doing opera singing. He's like, dude, cut it out! It's like, fine. I'll go do the dishes, clean the floor, set the table for dinner. He's a sociopath robot. Cogman is the best thing of the movie. Like, the little freaking sociopath. And then, the scene where Vivian and Cade are talking and Cade insults her. That's a little more deeply explained. He calls Vivian a princess wearing a stripper dress. Vivian says, well, if you don't like my dress, I'll just take it off. Cade's like, okay. Cogman's like, why I never? And then proceeds to almost kill Cade. And Cogman's like, no. Or Burton's like, no. Bad. Bad, Cogman. Control your anger. It's like, but, yeah. Fine. Cogman and Burton they're perfect. TRF finds them, so they have to get out of there. Being Hot Rod, like, they skedaddle. Vivian and Cade go with Bumblebee and Hot Rod, and they get up out of there. Cogman takes the Aston Martin, and then all the way around until he can get to the Red McLaren, and then they bolted even more. Because Simmons was able to find them a submarine. Agent Seymour Simmons. Yeah, I know. There's a couple things I'm not talking about just yet. Seymour Simmons tells them about the submarine that they need to get to that giant ship down below. Let me talk. The World War II scene with Bee and Hot Rod, it was briefly explained. Like, there was a picture of Bumblebee in one of Burton's rooms with Bee in World War II. And Cade was like, huh, it looks like Bee. And Burton said that was Bee back in World War II. Him and Hot Rod were brother in arms. Then they were in World War II fighting Nazis. They look cool in their World War II setup. So, anyway. So they get to the submarine. Burton takes his leave, and Cogman, Cade, and Vivian go... or Cogman, Vivian, Cade, and Bee go down deep into the water. Prime has made his way to Earth to kill Unicron, and he's going down to the same place they're going. They're inside the ship, and Vivian found out that she's the last descendant of Merlin the Wizard, and his staff was Merlin's staff was the Night Staff that they need to rebuild Cybertron. So they go down there, they find the staff in Merlin's tomb, and they awaken the 12 Knights. And it ain't going good right now at the moment for them. They wake up Skeletron, the Toys R Us exclusive knight, and he's like, and their job is to protect the staff from Quintessa. Because Quintessa wants to merge Earth and Cybertron, she wants to use Cybertron to kill Unicron. I'm not quite clear on her plan with Unicron. Or maybe it's to bring Cybertron to Earth to actually bring Unicron back to life? I know, it's confusing a little bit. I do know if the 6 spikes of him are popping up, Earth is not in a good place for the moment. Anyway, they wake up the Knights, they start attacking because they're trying to steal the staff. Next thing you know, Optimus comes through, killing at least 3 of them. 3 Knights out of 12. And he's looking for the staff. He demands it from Vivian. Cade's looking at him like, Okay, something ain't right with you, buddy.
I will kill you. Give me the staff. Now.
And Cade tells Vivian to give it to him, which she does. And then Cade tells Bumblebee to tail him because something ain't right. Bee goes like, "Alright, I'm going." And then they go out, they're outside the ship fighting until they emerge from the water and start beating on each other. Prime's telling Bees, like, "You're nothing. I'm Nemesis Prime. I will kill you." Prime has him, after he does the whole forgive me punch, it looks like he stabbed Bee, and I was like, dude, did you just kill Bumblebee? Like, no. And Bee finally blurted out the lines, I'm trying to remember this exactly word for word. He's like, "Optimus Prime, you are the bot I look up to the most. I would lay down my life for you." Or the best bot I knew, and I would lay my life down for you. Next thing you know, Prime's eyes are glitching between purple and blue, and the Quintessa mark disappears. He's like, "Bumblebee." And what shocks him, though, is he hearing Bee's voice. Yes. Bee's voice is finally back in its good condition. Prime is like, "Whoa, dude, your voice is back." So Prime's like, "I have not heard your voice since the fall of Cybertron." And all the knights are coming out. The other The other 9 or 8 knights come out, and they're not so happy. Prime takes the staff, and Megatron takes it from him to go give it to Quintessa. The knights come out, and they're not happy. They are not happy that he gave her the staff. So they're over here wailing on him, like, "You gave her the staff. Quintessa is a betrayer." Cade's over here telling Optimus, like,
Cade, they're going to kill me.
My Prime voice ain't at the best right now. But he's telling him that they're going to kill him. The Knight's about to land the final strike to kill Optimus, and the Knight's talisman that's attached to Cade comes down, forms a sword. As he's coming down, it collides with him. Like, "Yeah, you're not killing him." And they respect him because that's the last Knight's talisman. So Cade is the last Knight. Optimus gets up. They let him get up, and they let him live. He tells them, "My brothers, I will never betray you again. In order to get the staff back, we have to go to Cybertron and destroy Quintessa." And that's what they do. Cybertron is falling to Earth faster than we could expect. So it's time to bring in all the Autobots for this big fight. The Decepticons are on the main ground. You got Megatron, Barricade, Nitro. Onslaught's dead at this point. Mohawk's dead at this point. I think Dreadbot is dead at this point too. And then you also got the Infernicons. The guards that Quintessa had. Because Megatron's working for Quintessa. They're over here fighting the Autobots and all that. Like, Bee's over here blasting. Prime's over here just slaying everything. Holding his sword like, "Did you forget who I am? Like, I am Optimus Prime." Battle Mask goes up. He cuts the Infernicons out of, the Infernicons out of their combined mode, and then kills them all in one single slice. As everything's going down, you got Cybertron just falling to pieces. TRF and the humans and the bots are trying to stop Cybertron from falling. Vivian, Cade, TRF are trying to get closer to where they need to go to get the staff from Quintessa. They get in there, and next thing you know, Megatron shows up. trying to prevent them from getting to it. Prime gets in there too, and they're fighting. Megatron has Prime pinned down on the ground, telling him, "We were brothers once." Prime said once, and then Vivian's getting closer to the staff. Quintessa tells Megatron to kill her. He's about ready to shoot his cannon. Prime cuts the cannon off and kicks Megatron up off the ship, falling down to either his doom or he transforms and gets up out of there. Nitro's dead. I don't know if Barricade made it out of there. Everything's going down. Vivian gets the staff, and Hot Rod was able to stop time with his gun, which apparently he can do that. His gun can just freeze time. He gets her and Cade and gets up out of there. Cybertron is done rebuilding. Prime kills Quintessa. Or no. Prime gets to her. He's like, "Say hello to my friend Bumblebee," and then Babe blasts her to death. Or supposed death. And then they get out of there. Cybertron's fixed, going back up into space a little bit. And then the Dragon Storm and the other Knights are combined together and flying around destroying ships and all that. After everything is said and done, things are falling down while Optimus and B are falling, so they get in vehicle mode and then drive off to safety with Cade and Vivian. All that's over with. Earth is done and saved, with quite a bit of massive destruction due to Cybertron. And so it ends there with Optimus telling the humans it's finally time for us to go home and rebuild. Like, Prime said it's going to take a while, but we're going to go rebuild our home. They leave, and that's pretty much the end with everything. Cade and Vivian are together, and I think they're going to keep Izzy and Squeaks, because Squeaks ain't going to make it on Cybertron. But the one unfortunate thing about this fight is Drift did not make it out of the battle. The final act of the movie, Drift did not survive, so Drift is currently dead. Unfortunately, Drift did not make it out of the battle. The last Autobots standing before going back to Cybertron were Prime, Hound, B, Crosshairs, and Hot Rod. Drift was nowhere to be seen. In the meantime, a little bit back, Megatron and the Cons were setting the ship up with the staff, opening the portal opening the beam to rebuild Cybertron. Edmund Burton found his way around there, shooting Megatron with his cane, which apparently is a gun. And Megatron kills him. Cogman made it to his side as he died. And then I'm assuming Cogman went back to Cybertron with them. As Burton died, Cogman said out of all the masters he served, he was the coolest one he had. I was sad when he died. So, yeah, that's the review of The Last Knight. Overall, it was a phenomenal movie. There's a few complaints that I have. I've just got a few mild ones, like how Drift and Crosshairs were barely in this movie. Same with Hound. How Starscream's head survived the Battle of Chicago is in perfect condition for Day Trader to be messing around with. Why Leadfoot is on Top Spin's body. But overall, this was a good movie. Would I give it a 10 out of 10? Yes. I love all the Transformers movies, with an exception for Revenge of the Fallen, certain parts of it. Overall, The Last Knight was a perfect ending to the main story. And now that this main story is over, we can move on to Transformers Universe, Bumblebee, the animated Cybertron prequel movie that we're going to be getting later. Oh, there is one more scene. It's a post-credit scene. We're in the desert with a Unicron spike. A hiker, I guess, just finished going to his hike, and he's touching the Unicron spike. This lady in robe comes out there telling him, "Don't touch that. He doesn't like that." And he's like, "Who doesn't like that?" It's like, Unicron. And it's Quintessa as a human, or with a human disguise. So that means I'm guessing the main story's not over. Or it's going to be continued in some other way or shape or form. This movie is one of the best out of all 5 of the Transformers movies. Movie 1 was strong with its humans. Age of Extinction and Movie 5 gave us a good chunk of humans and robots. Movie 1, 2, and 3 were humans, little Transformers. This movie gave us quite a good bit of transformation scenes for characters. Megatron and Nitro transformations, the other Autobots. We only got to see him in his truck mode once, and that was coming out of the debris from Cybertron. But everything in this movie was great. Optimus and Bee's fight, Optimus and Megatron's fight, just everything about this movie is great. If you guys do not like this movie, good. Let you. If you don't like this video, dislike it. Like it. Who cares? Don't listen to the negative reviews of this movie. Like, this movie is a good Transformers movie. One of the best I've ever seen in the past 10 years. And if it weren't for the Transformers movie in 2007, I would not even be collecting Transformers anymore. I would have stopped and gone right back to collecting full-time Power Rangers and Ben 10. These would have never came back into my life if it weren't for the first movie. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video review. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and yes, this is my back scratcher. Get over it. Anyway, just stay subscribed, you guys. I'm coming out, or there's going to be more more toy reviews coming. If you guys like this video review enough, I will do more reviews of like TV shows for Transformers. I'm not really going to dive into any more movies. Too much work, to be honest. But we'll see. And for 200 subs, I'm going to consider doing a giveaway of some sort. If I come to that conclusion of a giveaway, I'll let you guys know. For right now, it's something. I don't know what's going to be for the 200 subs, but I'm thinking of something. So until then, guys, thanks for watching. Stay subscribed. There's more coming later.